more because I graduated in Hattiesburg. So I definitely got love for Southern Miss. Definitely got love for Southern Miss. Southern Miss, I have a diploma on the wall from Southern Miss. SOUTHERN, Southern Mississippi, USM. So yeah, I got love from other cats too, but my money and my time went to Southern Miss. What up, Big Reg? I wonder if you can even hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. Okay. Give about 2 minutes and we'll be ready to roll. What up, Big Unk? Hey, Marcus, you was there with me then. I graduated in 03. I took some of Coach Manival classes. I had a couple classes with Derek Nix, in the PE building. So we might have crossed paths, Marcus. Might have. I graduated in 03 from Southern Miss. Got my master's from Alcorn at 10. Another master's from Concordia in 12. But enough about me. Let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. What up, good people? What up? So it seems like it's been forever since I came to you guys. Went on a little break for Juneteenth. Went to Atlanta, got my fix of crawfish, and ate pretty bad. But I'm trying to get back on it now, and doing a decent job of it. But today's video is about Mike Davis. That's what you came here to see. Brought in from the Atlanta Falcons. And just want to get an idea of what he has left in the tank, because he's pushing, if I'm not mistaken, he's 29, maybe 30. But the good thing about that is, and I'm gonna just show you on the screen, there's not a lot of tread on him. There's not a lot of tread on Mike Davis, and this is his numbers from last year, 5'9", 220, and I put LOL by that because that one thigh right there is probably 100 pounds. 79 total games, 550 carries, a little over 2,000 yards and 14 TDs. So even though he's an older guy, there's not a lot of tread on those legs. And even last year, he didn't have a ton of carries because eventually Cordell Patterson, became the feature back. So we're getting a guy there's not a lot of tread on his body, but a fairly decent guy to jump in and fill what we need, especially if our go-to guys are not ready when the season season begins. And even if they are ready, he still may be able to be in there and have a little niche role that he can come in and support and help. But let's get into, 2 of his better games from last year and look at some of the carries and go from there. But I will warn you, we thought the Ravens O-line was bad last year. Falcons had it worse. We thought the Ravens O-line was bad last year, and it was. The Falcons O-line was abysmal. But let's get into the film. Alright, obviously our guy tailback. And again, this play may be incorporated into what we do more. I think we're going to see more outside zones. And that's what this is. This is stretch right. Outside zone right. Again, aiming point. This is the aiming point. At least this is what I teach. The aiming point. So you're really trying to cut off. If he hooks that guy, you're going to fit it right there. If he runs in wide, you're going to push it back. So you're really looking at this combo block. And now, because Hayden Hurst gets jammed up, you got to cut back immediately. Now, with those thighs and that size, you think he's not as agile as he is. Watch this jump cut. Whoop. Look at that patience. Step through that. Look at that patience. And cover the ball up. Again, Cordero Patterson is a threat to score every time he touched the ball, so that's kind of why he kind of took most of these carries. But Davis is a solid back. Patience. Step through a tackle. Finish. Cover the ball up and finish. Cover the ball up and finish. That's all you can ask for in a guy. Especially if he's not going to be the featured guy. But again, he can come in and spell guys and do a pretty decent job of doing it. Outside zone left. Look at that patience. And it's just subtleties. I ain't looking for like 70-yard runs or stuff like that. I'm looking for subtleties because our O-line is going to be tremendously better than this one. And if we incorporate some outside zone like I think we're going to do, especially with what Linderbaum can do and the way he can move. Again, now for this one. Reading that butt. If he hooks him, you're trying to get outside. If he has to run in wide, stick your foot in the ground and turn it up there. Now again, he gets jammed up, so that messes the whole thing up. But again, you see the flow of it right there. Great cutback block, though. Great cutback block. Look at the footwork. It's almost like a shuffle. Shuffle. Another shuffle. A little juke. Finish the run. Nuance stuff. Nothing that you know, this is a 4-yard run. But all this goes into it where it could have been worse. Because he could have just ran into that and then let them close in on it. Or B, he could have just ran into that and then let them close in on it. But through the patience. Another little shuffle step to get behind it. And they gave him another 3 yards. They gave him another 3 yards. Patience, you got to be, I think an old coach said, you got to be slow to the hole and quick through it. Slow to the hole and quick through it. Marco came through with the 5. He said JK injury was a little worse than Gus. If JK not ready week 1, I got Gus, Batty, and Davis. When JK is healthy, I got JK, Gus, Batty, and Davis on. I don't think Davis can go to practice squad. I think Davis too old for that. Batty may go. I don't think Davis can go to practice squad. I think there's an age limit on the practice squad. I think. Fact check me on that. I think it's an age limit on that practice squad. But I know, and we'll get to that toward the end. But I appreciate the 5, Marco G. Appreciate it. Now I will say this though, and I kind of was saving this for the end, but I'll talk about it. If you think about it, you got JK and you got Gus. So now we signed Davis, who in my opinion is and you'll see from some of this film, especially from the first 2 plays, is a more agile Gus. A more agile Gus Edwards. Beatty or Batty, however you say his name, could be like a comp to J.K. Dobbins. So now you're looking at your 2 starters, and you basically got 2 guys that kind of can do what the 2 starters can do. And then you got Hill out there that's, we don't really know where Hill going to fit into this picture. We know Hill's a speed guy. Hill may be the fastest of all of them, but we don't know how he's going to fit into that picture because it's, it's a loaded. I really think Hill and Davis going to be the last 2 guys in this battle. But let's stick to the lecture at hand and go back to Davis. Look at that. You think a guy with thighs like that can't move and is not as agile as this? But watch the spin move. Run a little dive play. Got him dead to rights. Right there. And he getting pushed by the Falcons receiver. Whoop. Untouched. Now, what should have been a tackle on this 5-yard line turns into a 5, 10, first down. Turns into a first down. The agility. Still left for him. Again, because there's not a lot of tread on his tires. This guy's pushing 30. There's not a lot of tread on his tires. I don't know if y'all remember or not, but Zeke had damn near 200 some carries his first year, if not more. I think Zeke had 500 carries in the first 2 years. This dude is almost 30 and is just at 500 carries. Yeah, the ability to keep them feet driving. Keep the feet driving, make something out of nothing. Because remember, the Falcons' O-line was poop. Poop-a-doop. See, look at that. He has nowhere to go. You got Quinnen Williams, and I think it's Quinnen Williams is this guy, and this guy right here, he don't have nowhere to go. As soon as he got the ball, they in his face. Keep your feet, keep your balance. Keep your balance, being able to get away, and now to read that block. Luckily, this guy, kept fighting. He was able to read this block, get inside of it, use a steal for him. And he didn't do a great job of blocking him because this man got all hands on him. Got something out of it. Well, it should have been let's see where they should have had him at. Back here on this, he should have been tackled back here. Let me see if I can keep my eyes on that. So we end up getting 5, 10, about 13 yards on a play that should have been tackled, in the backfield. Again, this subtle stuff. You're not going to see no 80, 70, 60, 50-yard runs from this cat. You're going to see good runs, good 4, 5, 8, 10-yard runs behind a terrible offensive line. So imagine him behind a good to a decent to good offensive line. We're projecting here. We're projecting. Just patience. 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 And he don't have the home run. I keep reiterating it. He don't have the home run, but the patience. Slow to the hole, quick through it. They run the outside zone. Good reads. Good reads. Now everybody's a hat on the hat for the most part, and you just got to sift through it. So he came up on that. He's going to scoot out right there. Then he's going to read some more, and then whatever little burst he got, he's going to give it to you. See, avoided that, which is good. Using his hands, using his balance. Now you got to set this block up. Did a good job of setting. Look at the left and right movement. That's setting the block up. Step that way, make 37 go that way, and then you go back inside, setting the block up. Subtle stuff like that. Because he could have just, right here, okay, I'm going to just turn the gas on and try to get what I can get. That dude just going to inside and make the tackle. But by him stepping out first, it makes him go wider and helps the receiver, block him off. He gets tackled from the back. Like I said, he's not the Blazer. And again, it's something subtle. I ain't want to keep you long. I just want to show you what Davis can add to what we have at Baltimore. He really is a solid backup. He's really going to be a solid backup. And I think, I don't think 50 was Mosley. And I think he can come in that first quarter of games, give us what we need to make sure Gus is healthy. That first 4 games, that first quarter, we break the season down. And if you don't know, we break the season down in quarters. That first quarter of games, those first 4 games, he can come in and be the Gus Edwards until we're 100% sure Gus is 100%. That's what I think. And then he can, be a mixture. I don't think he do the outside stuff that maybe Batty or Hill or even JK can do. But he definitely can do the between the tackle stuff for us. And he did, what he got last year. I can't remember what his yardage is. But his best game was 50 yards or 53 yards last year. But he did that behind a porous O-line. And keep in mind that because their O-line was so bad and the running back had to make cuts and jukes as soon as he got the ball, that he couldn't really work in it. Cordero was more fit for that because Cordero's more athletic, more agile, had a little bit more burst. So Cordero didn't need a good O-line to function. Mike Davis does. And, you put him behind a team that has a decent to good O-line, I think if he was the number one guy, you could see a 7, 8, 900-yard guy. But he's not going to be the number one guy for us. And if he can get us a good 300 to 400, if he can run off 70 yards in them, each game in them first 3 or 4 games where he may potentially play, I see it as a win. I see it as a win. And for what we do as far as how run heavy we are, and what I didn't put on there is, and I noticed this from doing another project, and I'll talk about that in a second, his pass pro. He does a good job in pass pro. And I should have put some of those clips on here, but he does a good job in pass pro. So, this is my 2 cents on Mike Davis. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. I appreciate you guys. But before we get up out of here, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm starting a second channel. The second channel is going to be called More Sip the Tally. And what I'm doing on that channel is some similar stuff to what's done here, but it's going to encompass the entire NFL. Because I don't want, for me personally, when I go to a certain YouTube channel, I expect to see a certain thing. So, I don't want my Ravens people to come here looking for Ravens content, and I'm talking about the Rams, or I'm talking about the Green Bay Packers, or something like that. So, Sip the Tally, the original, is still Ravens centric. It's going to be four times Ravens, but the More Sip the Tally page is going to be the entire NFL. The entire NFL. The intro video is there now. It's on my Sip the Tally page. So if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe over there too. The first video is done. I'll go ahead and tell you it's about Kyle Pitts, the new freak in NFL, and it'll come out July 1. So that's what's going on over here, man. And I see y'all when I see y'all. Peace. Again, appreciate you, Marco G, for the 5. Appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it with another 5. With those thighs and a better O-line, defense is going to make business decisions when they see Davis run. Right. Definitely. Just this picture alone, I'm going to put this back up here. Just this picture alone will scare people. Just look at that. Just that alone, we're scared the bejesus out of safeties and DBs that he may get through the line of scrimmage. Oh, I got to tackle him. It's a business decision that's about to be made. And within our system, there are going to be times where he get through scot-free if he get enough carries. And, a safety going to have to be like, do I want to take this on or no? So that's where we at. That's where we at. But again, I appreciate you guys, man. Enjoy your Monday night. Yeah, it's Monday night, right? Yeah, enjoy your Monday night. And again, that new channel is going to start up July 1, and it's called More Sip the Tally. And I appreciate all you guys, man. I'm out. Peace.